everybody think that it's me tweeting. It's not me tweeting. So everybody think, oh, it's Floyd Mayweather that's tweeting. It's not me tweeting.
Who's tweeting?
I can't tell you. It's a secret, but it's not me tweeting.
So you didn't tweet that?
You have a hired tweeter?
I got more than one person that works, on my Twitter page. But was I'm the one that told him what to tweet? Absolutely, yes I did.
Floyd.
That you said it looked like we're not going to see you go back. Is any way Ortiz could work his way back into another shot?
At this particular time, I can't say, but I think a lot of times we think because the guys that work 54 that he's bigger. Actually, I'm between the two fighters once I go in camp because you guys, when I'm not training, I'm small, but once I go and all my muscles start working, my body starts to fill out and it starts to get a lot larger. I mean, I think that Ortiz is a bigger fighter than Miguel Cotto.
What's your optimum weight? What's the best weight for you coming out?
Probably 50, 52.
What do you expect to come in? 52 for this fight?
50, 52. Even when I went into the last fight, I probably was 140. I went to the fight 147.
You fought De La Hoya.
Yeah, but De La Hoya, I didn't fight.
Night of the fight, it was 70, 71.
Yeah, but then Oscar De La Hoya also, they gave me heavyweight gloves. Look how big the gloves were.
But one thing's for sure, we ain't got to worry about that this go round.
Because we are requesting 8-ounce gloves. Hopefully we can get it. If we don't, then we go with the 10s. But we want
we fighting in 8s.
We want 8s. We want blood, sweat, and tears.
You think you can knock Miguel out?
I mean, I just feel like if a guy been hit the canvas before, it's in the back of his mind that he can go down again.
And what do you, if I ask you how this fight's going to unfold, can you take me through visualization of how you see it perhaps unfold?
Eddie, come on, Eddie.
Well, I'm quick on the draw. I'm real quick on the draw. And you got Antonio Margarito that was landing a lot. He's a very, very slow. He's slow. We attack quick. We attack quick. We've been hit with good shots before. And like a true champion, shake it right off.
Do you want to clarify exactly what you want about Jeremy Lin?
I never said that Jeremy Lin. It isn't the thing that I just said, just because he's this, that's why he's this. I mean, no. We can turn the table right now, and we go back to where we was at before. One thing, let them also put everything that I said out there. I said Jeremy Lin was a good player, and you go back and look when he played against the Miami Heat. Then they said that Baron Davis, his backup, wasn't doing his job. So, things happen, and do I regret what I said? Absolutely not. I stand by what I said, and I meant what I said.
Can you tell me about like a viable? He's like the point guard that the Knicks should go along with.
I don't know. I don't have a certain particular team. But the most exciting team in the NBA is the Oklahoma City Thunder. That's the most exciting. Tonight, who I'm betting on, probably Duke the first half.
The punch when you knocked out Ortiz. Tell me about that moment when he was looking at you, when he was talking and apologizing, and then you knocked him out. What went through your mind at that moment?
There's nothing went through my mind. The guy who was guys can't beat me. When you get in there with me, it's hard to hit me. It looks different from the outside. They said, well, I would do this, I would do that. So, if I can't beat him with the hands, you know what? He said he wanted to, I guess he said he wanted to break my nose, from what he said. But, things happen. You live, you learn. I forgive Ortiz for it. I don't hold that. That's in my past. The future is Miguel Cotto. Then we go from there.
Floyd, you talked about, when you were talking about, and I'm going to backtrack, you said one thing that hasn't come up a lot when you made that tweet, and that was being an African-American man, speaking, as an African-American man.
It's okay.
But even today, Miguel Cotto came out as Puerto Rican.
you know, and was cheered for that. But
it's okay for him. It's okay for Miguel Cotto to, you know, represent the Puerto Rican. I mean, the Puerto Rican fans and represent the Puerto Rican flag. I'm a black, you know, I'm a black American. You know, I believe in supporting my own. I believe in supporting my own first, because that's where I come from, and only they can feel my struggle. If you come from the same background as I come from, so they can feel my struggle, and so and that's what I'm gonna stand by.
Do you feel that that part of what you said was kind of downplayed?
Well, it's not. What I don't feel that, you know, it's so crazy. I'm not racist at all, you know, because I have Jewish people that work for me, Dominican, Mexican, Puerto Rican, white. You know, I'll show you one of my best friends. One kid, baby. Oh, there you go. See, that's my boy right there.
What are you, kid? Puerto Rican?
Puerto Rican? He's a white guy, all American, baby. That's my guy, though.
Hey, Floyd, can you talk about turning 35? Has Father Time affected you at all?
I really don't know. We have to see, you know, May 5th. You know, I went to the boxing gym last night. I think about 1 in the morning. Boxing gym in Brooklyn. Zab Judah, father, has a boxing gym. Yoel Judah has a boxing gym. So, you know, I went to the boxing gym last night in Brooklyn. It was fun. It was fun. It's just that, you know, when I first, you know, in my career, you know, because, of course, you know, we're not really at the end yet, but we're slowly getting there. I always pictured I was going to be on this level.
How much longer are you going to do this?
You know, I don't know. But, you know, I got to take my hat off to Al Heyman. He has done an amazing job outside of boxing, you know, as far as, you know, me being in a very, very lucrative position. So I got to give thanks to Al Heyman. You know, if Al Heyman was with me from the beginning, man, it would have been amazing. But, you know, we've been together a very, very long time now. Leonard Ellerby, the steady grinding, has been with me. And I was up late last night watching ESPN Classics. They had me on there fighting. It was a great thing. I look back on them times and say, you know what? You know, someday I'm going to hand the torch to another young fighter. You know, it could be Yuri Gamboa. It could be Broner. We just don't know. But you know, I love to hand the throne, you know, to one of those fighters. You know, I've seen Broner fight a few times, and you know, as of right now, he's still in a learning stage. Even though he's champion, it's still a learning stage, because fighters don't understand when it's at this level. It's different.
Did you just want to get a feel for where you're at by going to the gym at that hour?
No, you know, I got, you know, I'm older, so, you know, I can't wait till the last minute. You know, in the past, I was fighting on the regular, so I'll stay 6 weeks, give it to me, I'm ready. You know, now, you know, I like to go 9 to 8 weeks. You know, so about, you know, boxing, get a lot of rounds in boxing. You know, if you see a lot of these fighters now, they don't really like contact, so they box with the bar on. It's a bar inside there. You know, I don't box with the bar. You know, I prepare myself. You know, if I get hit with a good shot, then I can bounce back. You know, like a shot that Shane hit me with, and you know, I knew he was gonna end up hitting me with a shot because I was pressing the attack so hard. But you know, once we locked up once, I can see how I was much stronger than him. I say he's a beat fighter.
Should we sort of take that as a sign that you were pretty respectful of your opponent?
I'm respectful for all my opponents. You know, I don't overlook them because you know, I trash talk. You know, that's me. That's what I like to do. It's not being cocky or it's not trash talking if you're backing it up. It's honesty. They're like, yo, he done it.
Floyd.
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Floyd, I don't know if you talked about this before, but let's stick to the Cotto fight. It seems to me that the reason, this fight was supposed to take place around when you fought Brucelis, but that didn't happen because he was a top-ranked fighter. Do you think that this fight was, I think that this fight was easy to make because he's without top rank and without Bob Arum. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I mean, you know, like Bob Arum like to match top-ranked fighters with top-ranked fighters. He keep all the money in-house, and he controls all the revenue. You know, it's going to be hard. Like I said, it's going to be hard. Do I want the Pacquiao fight? Absolutely. But it's going to be hard to make the fight because Arum is worried about getting money. You know?
But what if the fighters keep saying, like Pacquiao, I'm going to let my promoter take the fight? What does that say about him in your mind as a fighter? You're a fighter. If you want to fight somebody,
I think it's saying that he don't really want to fight. I mean, everybody has been misled for so long. This guy has piggybacked off me, off my name, and made good money off my name. All everybody say when they mention Pacquiao, that's the guy that they want to fight, Floyd Mayweather. I'm an all-time great with or without Pacquiao. You know, I don't think it just being a sport. I wasn't in the sport 2 years. I became world champion in a year. I've been in the sport from then to now, and I beat you for your belt and give it back. Like I said before, a belt don't make me. I really beat, may rest in peace, I really beat Diego Corrales for the IBF. I really beat, what's the guy? I done fought so many fighters. No, the guy right after I fought Junior Hernandez, Angel Manfredi. He had the IBF, so I beat Manfredi for the IBF. I beat Diego for the IBF. I really beat Shane just for the WBA. These belts I didn't even take. And you know, this guy is fighting guys that catch weights. He don't talk about this. I mean, like I said, he's fighting guys that catch weight. What guys not 100%. Make De La Hoya come from 160-something all the way down to 145. And didn't tell him. They don't tell you this. Why do you think De La Hoya came in the next day only weighing like 147? Because they said you can't even gain a certain amount of weight. If you do, then you got to pay it's fine if it's a certain weight. I'm telling you what's going on in the sport of boxing. The stuff that's going on behind the scenes that I know what's going on. And they don't like me to let you guys know what's going on, so they want to badmouth me because I'm telling the truth.